The Prometheus Design Werx Shadow Pack. Nah, not that kind of Prometheus. What's up, guys? My name is George and I like backpacks. Prometheus Designs Werx Shadow Pack. S.H.A.D.O. S.H.A.D.O stands for suspension, haul, access, durability, and organize. Yeah, I had to take notes because I can't remember all those acronyms. This is the pack right here, guys. And I'm telling you, if you ever wanted any feature in a backpack, this backpack has it. This backpack is an everyday carry style backpack. It's got a more militaristic style to it, and I got it in this foliage green color. I like the idea of this bag. Now the overall, functionality, once you get it in real world use, it's okay. It's all right. We're gonna go through it. So this pack is made out of 500D Cordura, and the Cordura feels really good on this pack. Gotta admit, Cordura on this pack feels sturdy. YKK zips in this pack, and like I mentioned before, it's 24 liters. The dimensions on this pack are 20 inches tall, it's 11 inches wide, and it can expand out to 7 inches. Now, for as many features as on this pack, it's actually a pretty good buy, I think, at $198. That's, for some, that's going to be expensive, but when we start playing in the specifically gear-oriented EDC world, that's kind of the average price of these packs that I'm seeing for right now. The pack itself weighs 3.8 pounds, so that's kind of on the heavier end for a 24-liter pack. That is kind of on the heavier end. But I can tell you right now, probably 5 pounds of it is these hip belts, which you can remove, and we're going to talk about them a little later, but they are huge. So that's one thing about this pack. Let's start on the bottom of this pack and work our way back, or work our way up from the bottom to the top. So many features on this pack. I hope you guys got your popcorn ready. I'm gonna try to run through it as fast as possible. So let's get going. So on the front of this pack, you have a beaver tail, right? And it's reversible. So you can pop it off, and it's got a molly side and a slick side. So I put the slick side on, of course, because I was taking it into the city and I didn't want the molly to be exposed. And they say, oh, is that an Army Ranger or, Green Beret or something? Don't need that type of attention. On the slick side, you do have a quick access pocket right in the front of this pack. Now, one thing that I don't like about this beaver tail is that the strap itself goes over all of the zippers for the bag. So if you're trying to enter this bag and you got this beaver tail on the front, you're gonna have to undo it every time you go in and out of the bag. That's one thing I don't like. You can take the beaver tail off. It's quick enough, you can take it off, but then you're meted by a lot of stuff going on in the front of this bag. Like I said, this is an everyday carry pack, but I think, you can use it for some outside, gear, hard rucking stuff. I definitely think that it's kind of made for that. It's got, daisy chains in the front. It's got bungees. It's got daisy chains running on the side. You got attachments on the side right here if you want to put some type of trekking poles on the side. Man, this thing is geared up. I almost think that this pack is not really designed for everyday carry. It's just so much, it's just so many attachment points right here on the front. I wouldn't really feel comfortable walking into an office environment with this pack. I think it's a little much. Just me. I mean, with the cover, the beaver tail, it kind of reduces it a little bit, but it's still really, it's still really Call of Duty right now. So that's one thing. Then up at the top here, you got a morale patch field, which is an odd shape. So you can put some different morale patches, and I think Prometheus Design Werx makes some of the best morale patches out there. They have, some great needlework is going on right there. I skipped over a pocket. See, messing with you guys, I skipped over a pocket. Right here in the front, you have a pocket right here. I don't necessarily like it. That's supposed to be your admin section. You can put your, you know, they have an admin panel with some Velcro. I'm not gonna pull it out right now. It's too difficult to pull out. And I'll have to show it to you guys in a B-roll section, but in here you got some pin slots, you got some larger slots. So in here I put my little notebook, my little knife that I carry, EDC tool right here by Lumitop, Sharpie, pen. You know, it's just a regular admin panel that you can put in here. And it's attached, like I said, with some Velcro. It's difficult to get in here. It's difficult to see what's in here if you stick it here. Now you can pull it out and put it in another section of the bag, but this is where your admin stuff is supposed to go. I'm gonna go ahead and take this beaver tail off in the front because it's gonna be in the way the whole review. So let's move around to the side of this backpack right now. You got 2 water bottle pockets. I actually like seeing that on more of an assault pack like this, a small assault pack, because usually they don't have water bottle pockets. The water bottle pockets on the side work out really well. Nice little spandex material on the sides, definitely. I appreciate that. And on this side I just stuck in my little totes umbrella. Also on the side of this pack you have grab handles. So that's something you don't usually see on a smaller assault pack like this one. One thing about these grab handles though, they are super thin and the grab that you get is so sharp on the sides. So it kind of digs into your hands, and I don't have too much weight in here. I could just imagine if you carried a lot of stuff. So the grab handle's thin, and they're the same type of grab handle 3 ways on this backpack. So the same thin grab handle on the top, same thin grab handle on the sides. Not liking that too much. Now, you do have like some gear loops right here on the grab handle that goes all the way around, so you can attach some carabiners. Like I said, you're gonna be Call of Duty'd out in this backpack right here. So let's flip this backpack over and talk about the back panel. So on this back panel, there's a lot of stuff going on, right? On the top, you do have, you know, some load lifters. So if you put a heavy load in a 24-liter pack, I don't know what you would be doing, but you can do that. Moving down, you have some MOLLE attachments right here in the front, and some MOLLE attachments, some MOLLE, laser cut MOLLE right here. And then you also have a sternum strap on a ladder system, which I like. These little loops, these little D loops are great for your hydration that you can run out of the top. There is a little hole right here on the top if you want to run your hydration out. And then moving down, the shoulder straps themselves have the quick disconnect. Again, assault style pack. And then we come to these behemoth, the huge hip straps down here. Now they are load bearing, so you definitely can put a load on these hip. This is a hip belt. It's not even a hip strap. This is a hip belt. This is full on load carrying. The one saving grace about this pack is you can take this off. But so there is extra laser cut MOLLE on the outside of these hip belts. You could probably put some pouches on there, definitely. And then you have a little compartment in here where you can adjust the strap or even stick some things down in there. Now, I actually do like the padding on the hip belt itself. You know, mesh over, you know, the raised or beveled foam is the way to go. I definitely like that. The hip belt has a very large buckle on it, and it's the one that you kind of put around your hip and then pull it out like this. That's the way that you'll tighten it. Let me see if I can do it real quick. There you go. Pull it like that. And then again, laser cut MOLLE. So you got laser cut MOLLE here, laser cut MOLLE on this side, laser cut MOLLE on the shoulder straps themselves. And I missed this in the intro, you got laser cut MOLLE on the bottom of the bag as well. So if you want to really throw some extra pouches or some extra attachments to this bag, you can. Now, what I did say about these hip belt is you can take it off. So that would be the first thing I suggest you do when you get this pack. So you pull this little tab, it undoes or unattaches, and then you can pull this whole thing off. So this is like the little lower back cushion on the pack. So you kind of pull this apart, and the hip belt, and then you get this part, you know, the lower back part, and then you just fix it back right here. I didn't do it perfect. And now you have something a little bit more manageable. So now we can talk about the back panel. So the back panel actually has some really good air venting. I definitely like what they did. 2 raised sections right here on either side of your shoulders, and then you got like a little air venting channel in the center, and then you got a little pad right here now that we've taken off the large hip belt. So this pack actually has 2 compartments, or 2 major compartments, or 2 main compartments in it. So you got one compartment here, which is like a clamshell opening, and then another compartment here, which is like a 3/4 opening. So let's go into the clamshell opening part. Now, we didn't talk about these zippers. The zippers are a little small. That's one thing about this pack. And even the finger pulls that you use for the zippers are kind of small. I can't even really get my large size finger in the finger pull. So I would like to see some larger zippers on here. You unzip, like I said, clamshell opening, and one of my favorite things is high-vis lining. It's inside of this pack throughout, and I really appreciate it. Prometheus design works. So inside I put my Sony XM3s, great noise canceling headphones, and this is the Peak Designs tech pouch that I always gotta have. And you can kind of see what's going on inside this pack. On the lid, you have 2 mesh pockets, similar to what you would see in like a GoRuck, or you know, a lot of assault packs 511. They're doing this 2 pockets on the lid, and I appreciate that. But what I don't appreciate is the cheap material inside of this pack. So the mesh itself is not a very high quality. It's like a okay mesh. I could see after a long use of this pack, this mesh in the interior may wear out. I'm just telling you. YKK zips though. There are YKK zips on the zippers on the inside, and those are okay. The lining in this pack is another place where they kind of cut some cost. Just let you guys know. So the lining is not the greatest. It's probably like, I don't know, I'm just off the feel of it. For me, it's probably in that 200 range, 200D nylon. The higher the nylon count, usually the better and thicker it is. So this, to me, feels like a thinner material. You do have on this side a little slip pocket where you can slip an item. I would say you could slip like a laptop in there, but it's not suspended off the bottom, and I don't necessarily know how big of a laptop you could fit in there. Maybe a 13-inch. If you pushed it, maybe even a 15-inch. On the top here, you do have a little hook. So if you want to carry a water bladder, you can hook it here and then put your water bladder in this pocket. So let's move back and open the second compartment in this bag, the second main compartment. Again, smaller YKK zips. I would have liked to see them larger, and the finger pulls definitely need to be larger unless you're a small child. So let's open that up and see what's inside. And we have another 2 pockets right here. Same kind of mesh, okay quality, YKK zippers, and you know, they're decent sized pockets actually. You can fit a lot of items in there. And this is really like the demonstration. The pocket on the other side is where you can fit in your water bladder as well. You can put a water bladder, so you can actually carry 2 water bladders in this pocket. But the story of the interior is the lining. And this pocket right here shows it the best, that this lining is kind of thin. It is thin, not even kinda, it is thin. So what Prometheus actually includes is another additional little organizer panel. So you could put some additional items in here. You could put like your pens and pencils, I don't know, compass if you're going out in the woods. And then on the other side, you have like a Molly loop, hook and loop system that you can attach some things to. It's got a grab handle right here on the top. So you got a lot of options with this bag. So I like it when backpack companies include accessories, you know, this panel and this, you know, beaver tail with the reversible sides. I like that. I just like it when they do them really well though. And we'll get to that. So you got a pocket in the back, again with another loop right here if you want to include a water bladder, and you can run it out the top. And hopefully I didn't miss anything. There's a lot of stuff going on this pack. So when I look at this pack right here, I know what's kind of going on. There's certain features out here in the EDC community, out for the outdoor community, that are very popular, like the beaver tail, the high-vis lining in the interior, morale patch field, right? The foam back panel. And I think what Prometheus did is try to get all of those features and jam it into one backpack. And what the end result is a backpack that's too busy. It's too busy for me. I don't know about an outdoor guy that's gonna be really carrying this bag outdoors all the time. I would think they would probably want 1000D Cordura, first of all. And I'm not sure if they would want all of these different things hanging off their bag. For me, you know, the smaller zippers would be a problem for a person that's just dedicated for outdoors. It's a problem for someone who's just dedicated to using this bag for everyday carry. The shoulder, the hip pad, the hip pad right here is way too big. I mean, this is like 50 liter plus size right here. This I don't know. It just feels like whoever designed this pack over-designed it and just said, yeah, they want that shit, throw that shit in there. Just throw a whole bunch of shit together, and then here's a pack for you, the guy that wants everything that every EDC pack ever had. So for me, this is a pass. I don't think it's very well designed, and I think there's other packs out there that you could probably pick up that can do what this pack is doing, but do it better. It might be missing a feature here or a feature there, but I would rather that than have every feature and they're just done. I got more backpacks coming up. Thanks for watching George Defined, guys. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I like to reply to everybody's comments. They leave me down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.